What's up, guys? Lord of Mafka, aka Roganized Rhyme, back at you with another video. In today's video, I want to talk about more why the red pill and manosphere is lost. If you have made it to the year 2024, then you know as well as I do that most of these red pill philosophies and what the manosphere promotes is everlasting masculinity, men having a high pitch of finance, going to the gym every day, and becoming a scammer like some of these podcasters do out here are pretty irrelevant and doesn't bring true results to what men actually want in their lives. Just ask yourself, why do you think the majority of men that you see on the red pill and manosphere side of YouTube are all still single? I remember not too long ago on a podcast, you had a viewer calling in talking about how the red pill has just reshaped their life and made them into such a great human being who's disciplined, shows up to work on time, knows how to manage his money, learned game, meaning how to talk to women, which we know is bullcrap and doesn't exist. If the woman doesn't find you initially attractive in the first place, then nothing you say or do is going to change that. Notice all the things I named that this guy said that the red pill has helped him with were things that were going to happen in his life anyway. The red pill in itself gives just generic and cliche advice to it. Stuff that men are already going to do anyway. So these guys aren't really talking about anything that's spectacular or brand new. They love to picture and put the red pill as something that's just something to where it's just so exclusive. When in reality, it's just like any other cliche, generic blue pill scam that's out here. What the heck is learning how to improve your game going to do? What the heck is working out 40 times a day going to do when it comes to actually attracting a mate? What is that going to actually do? And then you'll have the men who say, oh, you'll still be able to get women that actually admire and appreciate you, and it's self improvement for yourself, bro. The only thing is that they left out. You have tons of men who live in other places in the world who don't have a damn thing to their name, and yet they still have women in their lives. So you mean to tell me that you need to have all this stuff? You need to have a perfect jawline. You need to have just impeccable biceps. You need to be someone who's nearly a millionaire in order to get a woman. When you have women flying out to broken down countries just to visit a guy that they know online. Do you guys see how ridiculous the red pill is in itself? This is why when you see so many men interact with not just women, just their friends in general, their family, just socializing with these people, they always have to seem like they have something to prove. When in reality, these are the most insecure men to exist on the planet. Why are red pill channels giving men advice on how to kiss a woman? Why are they giving advice on things that should come naturally to men? This is why the red pill in itself is just one big scam and doesn't adhere to reality at all. You know, a bunch of people can say the red pill is a starter towards the black pill. In ways you can say that because it still does acknowledge some brutal truths of reality that men have to adhere to and what men go through. But overall, the red pill in itself is nothing more than nothing more than what I should say is a overhyped, glorified OnlyFans for men. They're selling you a dream that does not exist. They're literally turning you into an autistic child who thinks having some type of drive of hope and working hard, trying to improve everything in their life is going to get them somewhere. When you have people who didn't have to do any type of work in their life and they get things to them in their name easily and it just comes effortlessly to them, whether that be money, women, status, etc. These guys don't have to do a freaking thing, but you're expected to go the extra mile and be some type of perfect macho man, to be some type of Terminator, some type of Adonis, you know? That's why men's mentality is screwed up as it is today because of all this red pill rhetoric. If we still had the same type of dating market that we had in the early 2000s at least, podcasts like the F and F guys, as you know them, right? Men like Kevin Samuels, a lot of these platforms would not exist because people would still be dating normally and they wouldn't have time to be on their phone or be on this technology like right now I'm talking to you on. People would be outside actually meeting people. People would actually be interacting with people versus trying to live up to some type of over glorified lifestyle that's pressed and put upon men to have to live up to. Look at how the majority of just younger men in their 20s just interact with women. Like, look at how most of us just like view women on just such a grandiose scale to whether it's just sexually or whether it's just for some type of ego gain or for some type of just clout. And this is what happens when you take the red pill. That's exactly how you view women. When in reality, the black pill is saying, okay, we acknowledge all the dark realities, whether it comes to dating, whether it comes to trying to build your life up. There's going to be certain things that in this time frame or ever in your life that you won't be able to do, but you can go do something else. That's all the black pill is saying. Clear cut and dry. Objective truth. None of this bull crap about improving yourself and you somehow get a magical reward. And I just find it just so funny and just ridiculous and just utterly pathetic how you still have men just buying into this stuff. I mean, like, come on. There's a reason why you don't look as good as the other guys do that didn't have to put in that effort. There's a reason why your life went the way it did. If you're over the age of, I should say, 20 years old, or I should say 21 years old, right? If you're over the age of 21 years old and you've never had a serious relationship, you've never had girls just really cling to you like that, give you any type of romantic treatment without you putting in any effort or time in a short period, then that should show you right there that you weren't ever meant to be of that lifestyle of a guy who's desired by a woman, getting a mate to be with you for a long time. That's not where your path is meant to be. People can make the argument all they want, like, oh, you can get someone when you're older. You do know that your 20s and younger are your most valuable prime years, to where if you've missed out on certain experiences like teenage love or even love in college, then you're done for. There's nothing else to go about it or say. Why do you think the people who went a long time without experiencing any type of affection from anyone ended up in such a bad mental state, having mental issues, having just dysfunction throughout their life? Because that is a big part to you developing into a naturally social and healthy person, and mentally and health wise as well. But you don't see any of the red pillars and the manosphere touching on this. That's why it's horrible for any young man to be taking any type of red pill advice to the extent of thinking that reality is just based solely off that imaginary fairy tale of improving and getting a result. Just because you do action doesn't equal in a result. Your luck is going to determine that. Your chances are going to determine that. This is something that the red pill lacks in logic with determinism. Things that are already sealed. That's the issue with red pillars and the manospheres, that they don't want to accept that their fate is already sealed. And regardless if they had even done all that stuff, they would have been in the same place where they are today anyway. Like I said before, why do you think so many red pilled men are as single as any other average male today? The crap doesn't work. If the red pill actually worked, don't you think men would actually have better health? Don't you think they would have a better life? Don't you think they would have better dating opportunities? That right there shows you it doesn't work. It doesn't produce a physical result. The black pill, if anything, produces truth and possibly a physical result of a solution of getting rid of the problem by acknowledging it. Acknowledging that it will never change. And accepting it and going about your life and doing something else to fulfill yourself. The black pill in the essence is nirvana. Once you let go of all this trying to compete with everyone, caring about what the hell other people think, you're finally free. That's what the red pill and manosphere does to you. It turns you into a competing, consuming slave that only knows how to just go after things with no purpose. That's all it is. And if you're tired of the games in your life, if you want your life to actually improve, if you want your mental health, everything else to improve, take the black pill. Take the black pill and realize the reality that lies ahead of men in this day and time. Quit wasting your time on things that are just useless to you, that don't bring you what you want. It's either your way or the fucking highway. That is the black pill in essence. If things are going your way, you dub out. You don't mess around. But I'm going to end the video on that note. And like I always tell you guys, stay the heck away from the modern woman. Thank you guys, and take care.